Then I said, that's not Jesus. That's just a homeless man.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh hey guys, we didn't see you there.
oopsies. Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the
Casting chair.
Casting Chair podcast. I need to take an earphone off. Episode. Let me just check what episode we're up to.
6.
7.
What the fuck?
Yeah. 7 weeks
Wow.
of this, bro.
Ooh.
You've been
No
coming to
way.
my house every Monday for 7 weeks
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it is located in Cray.
Oh,
I think we can
Cranford.
take that out actually.
Yeah.
That was a bit too much.
yeah. Look at Harry, bro. Look at his
Yeah, what the fuck,
personal
Harry?
vendetta
I
against me.
bring
bro.
chaos to the podcast, bro.
Bro, you live right next to him as well.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
I'll
they
just
don't-
expose
wouldn't-
where you live.
They wouldn't know.
He lives in Gold.
Ah!
Alright, so what are we talking about today? Oh wait, I need to intro everyone.
Yep. Okay.
So with me, as always, on my left, we have Lakshan.
Yep. Hi. How is everybody doing today?
Good, thanks.
Good, thanks.
That's nice to hear.
And then on my right, we have Harry.
I'll be back. I'm still doing my one-liners thing. I didn't do it
Okay.
last
was
week.
that
You gotta
sounded-
do it with an accent.
Yeah.
You gotta be like,
Do it again. But
get
proper.
out of the chopper.
I'll be back.
That was pretty good. Hey,
That was
you
not
do a
bad.
good Scooby. Do your Scooby Doo laugh, bro? I
I
like
gotta
it.
get a good phlegm going, but
Yeah.
I
Just
gotta
get it.
practice it as well. I
Nah,
can't like
do
just
it.
do it on the spot.
You could.
Nah, I can't do it. I need to
No.
think about
So
it.
bad.
I need to think about it. Bro.
Alright. Spend we'll take a little
Yeah,
I'll
just-
cut out the gap that it takes for you to think about it and just do it.
Yeah. So like practice up to it, and then. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Kind
I
of.
can do it better. When we did it before, when I was doing it before, I could do it.
He doesn't like the spotlight, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like
It's
this.
the pressure of
Yeah. He's
Oh,
got to do it
I
like
got stage fright, bro. I can't do it.
watch just
hundreds of thousands of viewers.
at
Yeah.
the
Listeners.
Oh yeah,
You
speaking
got
of
people in
speaking of
Algeria.
hundreds and thousands of viewers, we've got 2 people from Argentina now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one, and then we refreshed it, and it was 2. So
It was
additional
one.
person.
Oh, wow.
And then but
I doubled in a second.
midday, yeah. I guess he told his mate.
yeah.
He was like, "Hey, look at this piece of shit I found on the internet."
Yeah. dude.
Searching for porn, found this instead.
Yeah. And so, Mr. Argentina, bro, tell all your friends to listen
Yes,
to
please.
this.
We love you.
Grace.
Don't leave us. We need you.
That applies to Mr. Algeria as well. Tell all your
Oh,
friends
yeah.
about
Oh
this.
yeah.
3 countries now.
They're probably
I-
not
I-
listening.
I
to this
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, it's surprising that we have 3 countries
Yeah.
listening to us.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to piss really bad.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
piss. What a start.
We've been here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, why didn't you piss when you got here? No, I can't hear me. You left.
Oh jeez.
Alright, so what are we talking about today, Harry?
Well today.
Well, today I'll probably talk about a little bit about I've been watching 13 Reasons Why, season 3.
Yeah. Has it been an enjoyable experience or one of
Well-
utter torment and despair?
Well, after watching it, I think I understand why she killed herself.
Ah.
But I've
right.
bloody got 13 reasons why that show shouldn't exist.
It's all 13 seasons.
Yeah.
Episodes.
But yeah, what about you? We'll see what we can go through today.
Well, if we're talking about things we hate, then I'll probably talk about not so much a movie, but a plethora of movies containing a certain actor.
Hey, before we start, but I just want to point out Lakshan didn't wash his hands after taking a piss.
Yeah, bro, that microphone's piss stained. People lick that microphone, bro. You can't be doing that. But yeah, maybe I'll diverge a bit deeper into my bit. But
Into your bit. Sweet.
and Lakshan,
Lakshan, what are you talking about? What? I was talking about The Hangover. Part 1?
yeah, part 1, 2, or 3. Oh, okay, part 1.
Oh, the dog just sneezed.
I liked it. I like the first one.
I don't think I've ever watched a Hangover movie. I just know what happens in them.
That was the first movie where I saw like raw titties.
I think the first movie I saw raw titties was Wedding Crashers.
What's that?
That's the one with Owen Wilson and who's the guy in True Detective season 2? Vince Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's with him. And then at the very start, there's like a bunch of like titties, and as a kid, I was like, "Whoa,
Whoa.
that's
That's pretty cool.
That's
Whoa, what
pretty
is
rad.
that? Whoa.
When did you guys get your first like movie boner?
That's a good question.
I got mine when I was watching Triple X, the Vin Diesel.
Oh my
You saw
God.
Vin
You
Diesel,
saw Vin
yeah?
Diesel. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
there was
oh, that bald head.
Show that shiny head.
that
You're like,
baby oiled
boom.
head and muscles. No, it's just like a scene where like a girl's pole dance. I'm like, whoa.
And then
Wow.
Vin Diesel enters the room and he's
Yeah,
like,
It's
I'm
oh.
like, whoa.
Vin, pole dance, please.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever got one. Cause yeah, Harry's weird, bro. Harry's the only one.
You
You
weirdo.
just
Harry.
said it was a good question.
A good question for you weirdos like you, bro.
Oh. All right.
Wait, so what did you guys? You just introduced what you were gonna say, yeah?
Yeah, I said I was going to talk about 13 Reasons Why.
Alright, who wants to start? You're hosting, so you start.
Yeah, it's your house,
Alright,
your rules.
I'm host, so I'll begin. So, Lakshan, how'd you find The Hangover?
Host privilege.
Oh wow, he's curveball. It was. Oh, dude. Okay. Wait, let me-
Oh,
let
he's
me-
just
bring out-
taking
bring out
notes.
my
He's taking actual notes. Did you?
The only things I know about, we'll just say spoilers for everything.
Yeah,
It's a pretty old movie. Not
Yeah,
pretty old.
and it's
old
a-
it's
enough.
10 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's old enough.
I think.
The
or-
only thing
or 12.
the only bit I know is I think is that the movie where Zach Galifianakis' dad dies, and then his
Nah.
ashes are like in a little vase, and then he's like,
No, I
"Oh,
don't
Dad,
think so.
you were always like a father to me."
Nah.
Nah, I think
In
that
this
might
one,
be the
he's like-
nah, because that guy, his dad is like he's from Community or something. And I'm pretty sure he's in like the second movie as well. So that might have been the third movie where he's
But
like,
it is like an Asian guy that slaps a dude's dick, yeah, because he thinks it's a mushroom.
Yeah,
what's
it's
that?
Ken Jeong.
Oh,
Ken,
Ken Jeong. I
yeah.
was gonna call
Oh,
him
he's so
Chang,
good,
but I think
man.
that's from the Community.
You know he's a doctor in real life.
yeah.
Fucking crazy.
That's so weird when you find that sort of stuff out about
Yeah.
randoms. Yeah.
And he started acting when he was like 30, I think.
Mm.
So it was like pretty old as well
Yeah.
to like be that successful.
So-
Now
to
he's
get into
double
the
rich,
business.
bro. He's rich as an actor and rich
Yeah.
as a doctor.
Oh, so the first thing that came to mind when I was watching it was there's no way that movie would have been released nowadays, because
Oh,
like
right.
it's really offensive. Like there's a scene here at the beginning when so one of the guys is a doctor, the Ed Helm,
The
I
guy
think?
from The Office.
The guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Ed, I think.
Mm.
But so he's a doctor, yeah.
I like Ed Helm. I like him a lot.
He's alright.
Mm.
I think in this one he wasn't as great, but yeah. Anyway, so the car of the boys pull up here to his house to pick him up,
Mm.
and so he's a doctor, and the car it stops, and then one of the guys yells out, "Hey, Doctor Faggot!"
Oh,
Yeah.
oh dear,
And then
that's language we don't.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't-
no
Cut
way,
out, bro.
dude.
We're gonna have to
No
bleep
way.
that.
Yeah, we'll have to bleep that. How dare you, Lakshan, bring that disgusting language in?
I was quoting, dude. It doesn't count when you're quoting.
We'll see
But,
about that, bro.
Nah,
yeah,
I think it does because whenever you watch the news and like
You see the
the
newscasters
news
go,
and they
he
quote swear words,
really?
they go, yeah, they go stuff like, oh, and then the angry neighbor said to the other neighbor, hey, your
quote
your,
unquote.
your
a loser.
tree is crossing the fence, you F word, and that's what they say.
Bro, honestly, I don't think
But
it's
which
that
F
bad.
word?
Because you know, my English teacher in like
Mm.
year 8, we had a book on like
I
slavery or
wouldn't
some
know
shit.
because I didn't go to your school in year 8.
I might know
Alright,
him.
dude.
Huh?
I know her.
Oh, you said, do you know?
You know my
So-
English
did I?
teacher? Yeah.
Anyways,
English So I was
but-
answering your question. Nah, you're being rude, bro.
alright, sorry, bro.
Get out of the
Um,
podcast, bro. Leave.
What fuck? What was I saying? Oh, our
Your
teacher.
English
We,
teacher.
we were reading a slavery book, and he kept saying the N word, bro.
Is that
It's like-
Montana?
Huh?
Was it Montana?
No, I don't.
Oh.
The N word.
We had we had.
What's the N word? I don't think I've heard that one.
I think Harry knows.
What is it?
I think Rav might know actually. I think Munchie knows actually. Maybe we
my
can get him
God.
to
How
say
much
it.
you can say it.
What is it though? What's the N word?
It's it's N I G-G-E-R.
Ooh. Can you word that out for
Yeah,
us? Can
how
you
do
put it in a
pronounce
sentence?
that? Yeah, use that in a sentence.
Oh,
Alright, so what did you think about Hangover?
Wait, come here.
Oh no.
What did I think about The Hangover?
Yeah.
I've heard. Oh, yeah, this guy's tangling all the cables.
Oh, Munchables, come here.
Yeah, sit
Come
down.
here, big boy.
Sit.
Come here, big boy.
Yeah,
There we go.
I think the first one's the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. 'Cause
I haven't seen-
Yeah, dude, like even like halfway through,
It's
it
boring.
just felt really repetitive. Like their chemistry was just the same, you know? Like
Yeah.
there wasn't much character
You
building.
mean
I
like
felt
within the first movie, or like as in like the series as a whole?
Was
just
that
the first movie.
Ah, okay.
was that Bradley Cooper's like first big role?
Nah, he's been
I
in
think so.
stuff before, I think. But I think actually, yeah, that might have been his like full big role. But
Yeah.
And now he's in like. He doesn't sound like that in Guardians. Yeah, he sounds
Yeah,
pretty different.
you really got to think
Wait,
about
he's in
like
Guardians?
yeah, he's
He's
Rocket.
Rocket.
Fuck, he's Rocket, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird ass.
it's very yeah.
He does not sound the same, yeah.
Mm. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
sound
what
like
I
a voice he can make, but then he makes it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Scooby Doo laugh.
Yeah, bro.
Do it, bro.
Oh, Raggy.
That was actually not bad.
Oh, thanks.
That was
Your
Maybe
turn, Ref.
I might think about going pro. if I
Don
pick
Pro
up
as a
the-
Scooby Doo voice actor.
Yeah, Scooby Doo, bro. I'll just replace the current guy.
They're pretty old. You might get lucky, bro.
Oof, maybe. We'll see.
So, what else happens in? What's the like 3 best gags?
3 best gags.
Yeah.
The one where Ed gets a dick gagged at him. Was that one?
Oh yeah. Someone like someone
like
sucks a
sucks a
dick. Or
penis,
sucks
yeah.
a dick. Like the Asian guys, yeah.
Oh, no.
He
Fucking,
fucks a tranny.
No, I think that was
What?
later on. I think that's in 2.
Oh,
But,
that's-
um,
because they go to Vietnam or something.
Oh, I did that.
They go to some Asian country. I forget which one. Because he's
But-
getting married, and then they're like there for a vacation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there was one gag was where fuck, what's his name? The Zach guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
He got blown off by some old lady.
Why is he's not in like stuff anymore? Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's just not his passion anymore.
Yeah.
Because he was really good. I
Mm.
felt like.
I think the
As a
last thing I
kid,
remember
bro.
him was in he was the Joker in the Lego Batman movie.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
He's really funny though. I think.
Yeah, I think
Is he?
he's got like some talk show thing, like some little
Oh,
talk.
Oh, is that
the
the
two
between
between two ferns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, really?
Bro, he had fucking Barack Obama, didn't he?
He's had a couple
Pretty sure.
popular people. Yeah, like
Wasn't it like? Doesn't he use weed on that show? The whole idea why it's called Between the Ferns or whatever.
you know, a fern
know.
isn't a marijuana.
No, but I
plant.
think it's like a fucking. Haha, it's not marijuana, it's ferns. Haha.
You know what fern is?
Yes, I know what a fern is.
What is it?
It's a plant of some sort.
It looks nothing like weed.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
You-
just
you know,
it's just a
yeah, but-
decorative plant. It's like
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it
if he stood between like 2 sunflowers and you're like that's weed.
literally looks nothing like weed.
Wow, that's so rude.
It's just like a decorative plant, bro. Oh, he's searching it up.
I'm searching it up.
Oh god.
I
Very
actually, don't know,
salty,
I actually
dude.
don't know what a fern looks like. The only fern I know about is in Minecraft. So
You just said you knew what a fern was.
did I?
I asked, do you know what a fern is? And then you said, yeah.
Oh, it kind of looks like weed.
It doesn't look like
Yeah,
weed at
Google,
all.
Kinda
Google
looks
it,
a
Harry.
little bit like weed.
Wait,
Trust
did you
me,
not?
you're gonna lose this one.
Did you not watch the between two ferns?
No,
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say.
That
I
makes
just
sense
remember.
then.
Yeah, I just remember. That's why I was asking. Like, does he use weed or whatever?
Nah.
Oh, but so another thing that I noticed was Bradley Cooper. It was like the comedic timing was a bit off at the beginning because like, so he's a school teacher, right? And then like
Primary school or high school?
I think high school, but he just seems like the biggest douchebag because he organized this a field trip or something, and then but he's using that money to go to Vegas with.
Oh, well.
So like that's so illegal. But besides that,
Oh, the money from school.
yeah, that the kids are giving him
Oh,
for
Oh,
for
what?
the so-called field trip.
oh, well.
And yeah, and then like as soon as he leaves school, he like says fuck off to the kids and shit. Like,
Oh, does it actually?
Jesus, I
uh,
remember this
he
bit.
said something like that, but
Yeah,
yeah, like no one would do that in real life, you know.
yeah, because
It's
no
like-
one's that weird to like just tell kids.
Because you'd
to
lose your
fuck off.
job, and then you wouldn't be able to become a teacher ever again.
That's such a shit way to introduce him. I felt like, cause like
That he's
he's one of the main characters, and then
he just comes off as a shithead.
yeah,
Mm.
I guess like that.
Wasn't he meant to
Was
be like the
supposed to be
good-looking,
funny,
the
but I
good-looking, like cool guy?
I thought he
Yeah,
was meant to be like
yeah.
the moral guy that's like, let's not do this. When
No,
something-
that's the other
Kind
guy.
of also
Oh,
that
that
too.
Ed.
Oh, is he?
A little bit.
Isn't there? There's 5 of them. Yeah. There's
There's
Zach.
4.
Four. Because
Ed,
I mean,
Alan's.
there's 3, cause one of them
Goes missing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them
he
goes
just-
Is
missing.
that Alan? Or is Alan Zach?
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally doesn't matter.
He doesn't. I think I stopped remembering like character names in movies ages ago.
Yeah, dude, like
I used to be able. I
it's
used
so
to be so.
forgettable.
Yeah, I used to be so good at remembering like movie character names.
yeah.
Like I'd watch it once, and I'd tell you who bloody Barry B was, bro, instantly.
I just
Barry
remember
B.
the
Benson.
actor now.
Huh?
I just remember
Yeah,
the
same.
actor now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see Chris Evans as Captain America all the time.
Yeah.
And he's in like that new movie where he's smuggling people across the border or whatever. And he's like, hey, that's Captain America with long hair.
What? What movie is this?
He's in a new movie. Oh, actually, maybe that's an old movie.
I don't think he's smuggling people. Wasn't that the movie where there's like a murder in a house?
No. That's another new one. I think this is an old one I'm talking about. He's
Right.
like smuggling people across the ocean or something. Like the Red. It's called the Red Sea or something.
The
I don't
Ocean Smuggler.
Oh, I saw that trailer. I think.
know. Yeah.
Oh, that got really bad reviews. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
This isn't Captain America. This is Chris Evans. Oh.
I think it's the reason that we know actors now more than like the characters, because on YouTube, all the like popular videos are just like.
Captain America takes his shield and throws it at someone.
What?
Oh, it's
no,
like-
no. I was thinking like, you know, the wide interviews and all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate
so
those,
many of
bro.
them.
there's Jake Gyllenhaal shit in his toilet. Oh. It's like what?
I see all these ones
They're
where it's
really
like,
easy to just like leave in the background.
yeah, I always see it's like, oh, Tom Holland being weird for 2 minutes. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and
I
it's like
hate
it's so
those as well.
popular, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
or like Jake Gyllenhaal being a sweetheart for like 7
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
or something.
or
Being a nutcase.
Paul Rudd and Jeremy Renner being best friends
Yeah,
for 6
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah. No, I don't like them, bro. Get them out of here.
I
But
like
it's-
them if they're funny,
That's funny. It's
Some of
comedy.
them
It's a
are
ha-ha.
but some of them are alright. But yeah,
Yeah, it's like Robert Downey, Tony Stark not giving a shit about anyone, and then all of it is just him going, ugh, I hate everyone.
Oh. Is that all you have to say about The Hangover?
Did you have more notes?
let's
Yeah,
see.
check your notes.
All the notes I took.
Can you show us your notes as well to see how many notes you
You did
took?
like 4 words.
Ooh.
Just
4
that.
lines.
Oh,
It actually has 4 dot points and
There is
made of 4 words.
there is some lines.
So
How boring was this movie?
How
it,
long was it?
wasn't boring. It's just like
Not a lot to take
What
in.
happens?
There
They
wasn't
go out
much. It was
partying.
just-
They go to Vegas and drink up and do drugs, I guess.
so. Basically, all that happens is they go to Vegas.
Mm.
Zach drugs them all, including himself.
Yeah, without telling
And
anyone.
then- yeah, and then they're just because they forgot everything, so they're just figuring out what happened that night before,
Mm.
and just random shit happens.
They meet Mike Tyson
Oh,
and an
yeah.
actual
Mike
Tigers
Tyson?
or Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
He's got a
and-
lisp.
Yeah.
Oh.
I couldn't do it.
He had a lisp.
I was trying, but
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys.
No. Well, we clearly have to fill in some more time, so I'll talk about 13 reasons why.
No, I've got more dot points. Oh,
Really?
so the
Of
Yeah,
the
so
4 dot points,
he's
have you
got
not
one more.
explained all of them?
He's
So-
used 3. He's got his last one.
so the resolution, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So the movie basically is so the problem is that they need 80 grand
Mm.
to get their friend back from
Mm.
like this Asian mafia, which is Kevin, right?
Yeah.
I mean
The guy that disappeared.
Ken John.
yeah, Ken Jeong.
Oh.
And yeah, so they're trying to get the other guy that went missing. And the way they resolve it is through fucking blackjack. They just
Oh yeah.
they take out 10 grand or something, and then the fucking Zach
He's like a
wins all that back.
He's like a poker wizard or
Yeah.
blackjack wizard, and he's just like,
That's
Got
where
the numbers going around his head.
Yeah, that's where that meme came from.
Yeah.
With the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a part of the actual movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's a pretty funny scene because it's just like he's meant to seem like this dumb like idiot, but then he comes to play blackjack and he's like
And it's
a
full
master.
serious. Yeah. It's funny because like
He looks professional
Everything-
as well.
like every other part of the movie, he was just full, not normal.
Yeah,
Like
he's just like a
it's
weirdo.
suggested that he's got like mental issues as well. So
Right.
like, yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty funny scene because you see him as like an idiot, and then
Yeah.
he comes out and he's like winning all this. He looks professional as well. He's got like
Yeah.
a suit and his hair slicked back and all that.
That was
So that's
good.
it's a pretty good scene.
But what else?
But was it? Would you say
Yeah.
shit?
I guess
Do you
watch the first half and then
And then
Ignore the
last
second
scene,
half.
and then just leave. I mean, just turn it off.
turn it off. Just leave. Just
Just
yeah,
leave
walk
your
away.
house.
Just
Leave
go.
your house.
Walk
Let it
away.
go. Oh. Right, is that
yeah?
of your
I
four
guess that's
documents?
what I'd say to
That's
do. That's what I'd say to do. Watch half of it.
watch
and
half of it and leave.
then-
That's basically what I've done with 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, season 3. I've watched
wow.
half of it and I've left for now. Because
Oh, but you've actually watched full episode, yeah?
yeah. I've
Are they
watched.
long?
Yeah, they are.
It's like
They feel long as well, bro. Oh my god. I've watched season 1, 2, and then
Yeah.
half of 3.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And that's where you
also-
left it.
The reason why Hangover didn't feel that bad was because it was only an hour and 30. Because fucking movies nowadays are so fucking. Wait, what was I saying?
I don't know, what were you saying?
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, Dede, no, it's Dede.
Quick.
Oh, think.
Think. Munchie, give us your
Say
thoughts on
something,
the
Munchie.
Hangover. Orf!
Oh no, it's gonna fuck the wires.
Bro, Munchie's a chaos machine. He just does what he wants. He'll run over whatever cables he likes. Licks everything in sight.
Oh, well, what I was saying was it was only an hour and 30. Because
really?
nowadays are like
Feels like it was way
fucking
longer.
2 hours, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like that would be.
Movies
That's why it
nowadays
felt
are
quicker.
so long.
Yeah, like
Mm.
too long. I feel
Yeah.
like.
I mean, as an example, fucking last week, it's like 3 hours of a day, bro. That's like you get so
Is
much
that
done.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like 2 hours
half an hour.
45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fucking. Oh, I could be doing other
That's a
stuff.
long. That's a long horror movie as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Like shouldn't horror movies be pretty small? I feel like.
Short and sweet.
They usually
Yeah.
are because they have nothing to
Yeah,
say.
there's no plot there,
Yeah.
really.
Murder
just a
man
bunch of
goes around
spooks.
murdering people. Yeah.
Alright, anyway, back to
Yeah,
13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, you can cover your topic.
Have you guys watched any of it?
No.
Uh,
Was it? How was it? First season.
yeah.
The first season's the best season.
Mm.
But is it good?
Because it's the only necessary season.
Yeah. Well,
because it's a show called 13 Reasons. It shouldn't go on for more than 13
well, you bloody hope
episodes.
not. But it's the best season of them all.
Mm.
Does that
Um,
mean
huh?
it's good though?
yeah, it doesn't mean a lot.
Yeah, that's
But,
that's what I mean. Like,
What's it called? So yeah, obviously the first season is about a girl that kills herself
Mm.
okay,
due to 13.
bullying.
I think it was 13 or 12 people. That's why it's 13. There's 13 reasons why she killed herself. Yeah.
There's only 12. There's only 13.
It's
Yeah,
a title,
and
so
yeah.
kind of figured that out. But
Then it
Go
follows
ahead.
a kid called Clay Jensen,
Mm.
a boy,
all right,
and he has it's high school, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
and he has a crush on a girl called Hannah Baker.
Ooh.
Is that the one that dies?
Yeah, that's the one that necks, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then there's a bunch of other characters that are all sort of antagonists because
Right.
Because
they're
they're the 13 reasons. Yeah. Okay.
But Clay also is a 13. Like, so she has tape. I'll explain season 1 quickly, yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, yeah. Everyone has a tape about
Yeah.
why they contributed to her killing herself.
Mm.
And then,
Bro, imagine just being like the one kid who like has no idea why, and she's like, you're the reason I died, and it's like, what? What do you
Wait,
mean?
is this like based on a real story?
Is
or?
it based on something?
based on a book.
Oh. Is
But
that based
it's
on
not
real life?
real? Yeah, because it doesn't sound real.
Oh, it definitely isn't real, bro.
Yeah.
If you see what happens in it, oh my
Like just
god.
the fact that they made tapes,
Oh, yeah.
kind of bullshit.
The
yeah.
tapes are pretty.
All right, next one is boy number 7.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's all just dumb shit.
Like, is it
They like
what's it called?
when I get so everyone is like, oh, you think my tape's bad? Wait till you get to yours, Clay.
Oh, dude.
Like
They're
and
just like undermining the like seriousness of
Yeah, it's
suicide,
like-
kind of, yeah.
yeah. They definitely. I reckon they exploit like
They're like taking
teen-
advantage
teen
of it, yeah.
depression or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
No.
how, they get like extra and they're like, oh, I'm so depressed.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're
bad.
definitely taking advantage of people that feel like that.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, so they try to.
Does it
relate
feel like
to it.
it's mocking? Because that would be
It's
fucked
not
up.
mocking. But
Okay.
it's so pandering,
Yeah. Okay.
like so hard. But like, yeah, they're all like, oh, Clay, you think ours are bad, bro? Wait till you get to
Oh,
yours. You're not a
gee.
good guy, yeah.
Fuck off, really? Is
And
it
then-
actually like that? Is that the dialogue?
No,
I mean, like, is it
no,
similar?
Clay, bro, you're
but
so
You
bad.
think ours is bad? Wait till you hear yours. That's a quote
a
from
line.
the show.
Okay.
Jesus.
But then and then it gets to his, and then this is what she says. I'm paraphrasing, but this is what
Okay.
she says. Oh, so Clay's the main guy, yeah, the guy that has a crush on the dead
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
And then she's like, oh, and now I'm starting Clay's tape. He's the only one that shouldn't have a tape because he didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Mad.
And that's basically like the second last episode. So they're building
Oh,
up to like,
jeez.
oh, what's Clay hiding?
What did
what's,
he do?
What's he doing? And then there's just
what
like,
the hell?
Clay did nothing. He doesn't deserve a tape. And that's what she says. But she's made the tape.
Yeah.
She's making a tape of how Clay doesn't deserve a tape. Just don't make the tape, you idiot.
It's keeping it the Last Boys one.
Yeah, keep
It's
it at 12.
I'll talk
so it's-
about Clay as well, but doesn't need one.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna talk about how Clay is just such a nice guy, and it's just like
Wait, so, is it in the perspective of the girl or?
it's in the perspective of Clay, and it has flashed because she's dead, so it flashes back
Wait,
to
is Clay the girl?
the guy,
Nah, the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and then it flashes back to the dead girl, Hannah,
Yeah.
and what she's experiencing.
Like her
Okay.
interactions with the
Yeah,
other
so
12
the 13
guys.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them is like she suddenly becomes a good. So this is like fifth, sixth reason, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in that episode, they basically introduce that she's a really good poet. And then there's like a gay guy that
Yeah.
does like the school newsletter, and he puts
Yeah.
her poems into the newsletter,
Mm.
Yeah.
and she gets triggered at that and stuff like that.
Wait, why?
There's a lot of baby reasons.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
no.
You took my pencil from me. You must pay.
Anyway, blah blah blah. She ends
Right.
up killing herself, and then there's a girl called Jessica who's sort of just like a bitch,
Yeah.
and then she gets. Oh, we should put trigger warning. Just like there's some stuff that we'll talk about that people might get us upset at.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because Jessica gets
I,
raped.
I said faggot, so I don't
Oh,
think you
you
could do
said-
any better.
I haven't said
Yeah.
anything yet. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
But no, and spoilers obviously. But Jessica gets raped by this guy called Bryce, who's a big jock.
Uh-oh.
I think I've seen him before.
Yeah, and then he basically gets away scot-free.
Mm.
But then Jessica, who was she's like in denial because she was like drunk and drugged up. And then
Jeez, okay.
Wait, she's in denial that she didn't consent, or?
no, that she got raped. Like she doesn't want to believe it.
Ah, right.
And
Okay.
then the tapes basically reveal that she was.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, so Hannah's pretty good. She's a detective.
She just Hannah gets raped as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's,
Throw it out there without any warning.
she
Yeah.
she got it as well.
Yeah, Hannah also got raped. And
Mm.
then
By the same
guy.
Oh.
but
Like same circumstances as well.
nah, she just got raped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Things just happened.
She wasn't like
Drunk or anything, right.
Yeah. And then the second season is about like a court case to try and get him into prison.
Yeah.
Try and get Clay into prison.
No.
No, it's just
Bryce.
some random guy.
Bryce. Oh.
No, it'd be a Bryce. He goes to the school.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of more dumb shit happens. And then what's it called?
Does that guy like go to prison or?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what?
How do you get away with
Yeah,
that?
what the fuck? Two girls.
Fuck.
One's dead already, but
Yeah, and then what's it called? And then there's like this. So there's a group of bullies. Yeah, one's called Montgomery.
Okay.
So he's got a name like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
a bully with that name.
Yep.
And then
He should be bullied.
So there's
Am I right?
Huh?
He should be bullied. Am I right?
bullied for his
Yeah,
name,
but-
bro. Montgomery.
And he's like this.
Montgomery.
He's like this. He's just like he's just a psycho, basically.
Yeah.
Like that character would not exist in real life. Like
Oh, jeez.
Right.
Yeah.
he would not be allowed to go to school, basically, or
Yeah.
a normal school.
Because someone would point it out and be like, "You're."
So there's
Yeah.
a scene where there's a nerdy kid that he's the camera guy. He's a bit of a weirdo
Yeah.
creep, yeah. And then he's in the bathroom, and then Monty gets a broomstick and like shoves it up his ass.
Oh,
Just close the door.
I think I've seen this scene. They're like, don't they like put his head down the toilet as well? Or something?
Yeah, and they're like
That's
Yeah.
so cliche.
they really shove it up in his asshole, bro.
Just move. Though.
God, that.
Can't you move?
Yeah, is there like no resistance?
I don't know. I've never had. I can't speak from experience, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay, right.
But yeah, and then he basically
Jeez, what
becomes
the fuck? This show's dark as.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing. He becomes a school shooter, but then he doesn't.
What?
I thought you were gonna be like, here's the thing, it's not that dark, and then you're like, he's a school shooter.
He actually starts donating to
Jeez.
charity. No. Well,
No.
but he almost becomes one.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
What?
What's wrong?
That echo is still here.
Yeah,
Somewhere in this room, we have
we're
to
gonna have
find
to
it.
deal with it. This one.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We'll get that new mic.
Yeah. Let's
That
please do that.
God Almighty Mike, that heaven sent.
Yeah, and then basically, what happens is, yeah, he becomes a school shooter, and so they have like a prom,
Yeah.
and he goes to shoot up the prom,
Okay.
but then he bumps into Clay before he goes, and then Clay, because he's just like perfect,
Yeah.
legit goes to him and just says, "Hey, don't do it, bro. You don't want to do this.
no.
Don't." And then the school
just
shooter,
doesn't, yeah.
he got anal. Was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Jeez.
Man, imagine if that happened for every other school shooting. Some guy comes up and is like,
yeah. Imagine
If
if
only-
all school endings,
only-
if only,
school shootings
yeah.
could end like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they do nothing with the stuff they have.
Like they build up shit and they
Yeah,
don't
there's a
resolve
lot
They
of
it.
don't
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of just like, Jessica is just a fucking bitch, bro.
Is that the point though? Or like
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if she's
it's
just
just really dramatized, yeah.
I don't know if she's written really badly or just that's what she is.
They just want to
Yeah,
make her a
okay.
bitch.
Because like, there's like scenes where, like someone will go up to her and be like, "Hey, like I'm sorry for what you went through. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here if you need to." And she just says something like this, like, "You're sorry? You're sorry for what I went through? You don't know what I went through. You don't know how hard it was. Just look. I know she got, but just chill the fuck out. Like the guy is like trying to support you.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Be normal."
But at the same time, like
Yeah, at
we
the same
we talk shit about like movies, but if we tried to make a movie, God, it would be so bad compared to that.
Nah, I'm
And
saying
then
it
that
right now,
dog-
bro. My movie will be a 100% perfect.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, 10 out of 10
Christopher
from
Nolan,
everywhere.
basically.
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 But I will give this show one good point,
Okay.
and is they've got really good transitions between scenes.
Oh really?
Yeah, they've
Is
got really cool ones.
Is it like when it's like the same shot, but then something
Yes,
else
yeah,
happens,
it's
right?
sort of what we saw in It,
Oh, in
where
It,
like
yeah.
you'd see the kid run off,
Oh yeah.
and then the adult would come.
And then you see like a car come by, which like
He's
shows
the
it.
adult,
Yeah.
But like, there's like a bit where the school shooter leaves, like it's a flashback, yeah,
Yeah.
and then he leaves the door.
Yeah.
It's like a window door, and then you see. Oh no, there's a better one. I'll tell a better one.
Okay.
So they're in a bar, yeah.
Reset. Edit that out.
Yeah, I'll just get that bit out. They're in a bar or like a cafe, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's two people having a conversation. So you know how like shows one guy talking and then another guy talking.
Yeah.
So when one guy's talking, there's a guy in the background. You can't see his face. He's just sitting down, like in a grey singlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just think that's like an extra, like a background character, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then they're having a conversation about the
Shootings. Or
yeah,
whatever.
like whoever this guy in the skivvy is basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're talking about a guy, yeah,
Yeah.
and then basically once that convo ends and the flashback starts, the
Yeah.
guy in this like the grey skivvy stands up and walks, and then the camera follows him, and it's the guy they're talking about, and the flashback begun.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, it's
That's sick.
they've got a lot of cool transitions. It's like one where like there's a house party,
Yeah.
and then it's like a foggy thing, and then they basically shut a sliding door,
Yeah.
and then the sliding door opens and it's the party. Like someone from the party, like
Yeah.
it's hard to explain, but
Yeah.
they've got really good like transitions. Other than that, the show's a piece of shit.
Absolute garbage.
Like
Better than Hangover? Do you reckon?
better than a Hangover,
Yeah.
I guess so.
What? Bro, Hangover's fucking beautiful.
No, there are some decent episodes. It's just everyone's a baby.
Yeah,
They're a
like-
snowflake.
Clay is a baby. Everyone is a baby.
it's hard to like be empathetic to
13
them.
babies.
Yeah, there's
Oh, like-
13 babies. Why, bro? But like in the newest season, they have arguments over the smallest thing. Like, so basically, there's a new character that gets introduced,
Yeah.
and she was like a worker or whatever. Like, she's like an immigrant, and she works for the rapist guy. Like, they're like carers for his grandpa.
Okay.
And then basically what happens is she snoops around the rapist's room,
Okay.
and then she tells Clay, and then like she goes to Clay, oh, I was snooping in his room and I found this. And then Clay goes, what? You were in his room? Why were you in his room? And then she goes, wow, that's what you took from this? Like, I found this information about the rapist, and then they have like this back and forth
yeah.
about them getting angry at each other about being in the room instead of what's important.
Is it kind of like keeping up with the Kardashians? Because
I've
you know
just
those
seen
episodes
Mindless shit that
Dude,
no
like-
one gives a shit
Yeah.
about.
It's just
like they argue about legit nothing
It'll be
on
like,
that
you
show.
took my car.
Yeah,
It's
not
so
even. It's like
annoying.
rich people issues
Yeah.
that like no one can relate to.
And then there's this. They introduce this. Well, it's episode 5. I don't know if she gets any better, but I'm guessing she's a
Probably
lesbian.
doesn't. Okay.
It's like this girl with like orange hair with like it's like shaved sides, spiked hair.
Oh, like a butch haircut.
Bro, that's sexist. Wait, no. Is
What?
that sexist?
Why is it sexist?
But she's so annoying.
Jeez.
Why is she
Okay.
like full of
Why do you
herself?
even watch this then?
I don't know. Like
he
I've
likes
watched
the
season
torment,
1 and I sort of enjoyed season 1, and season
Okay.
2 I thought was shit.
Okay.
But I'm stuck, bro.
What do you mean?
They've got their dirty hooks into me. I have to watch.
And they're dragging you
Just,
along.
stop. Is it like where each episode ends with like a
A cliffhanger? Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
Yeah,
revelation.
those are hard
Yeah.
to not
And then
watch.
but she's just like she always says like her catchphrase is, "Fuck man, let's take down the patriarchy."
Oh, right. Bro, your face scrunched up for that.
I had to put effort into mimicking that, bro. But oh my
It's like
god.
fight the power and all that.
Yeah, like I know these are real issues.
Yeah, it's just the way they
But
handle it.
your,
Yeah.
but your
They're like-
fucking your soap opera about a girl that killed
Yeah.
herself isn't the solution to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think they're trying to make it
Yeah,
be
no,
the
it is good
resolution,
to,
but it's just like the way they.
they're like
present-
dramatizing.
Yeah.
It's like
It's-
it's like when you see like like the O.J. Simpson thing. Like, do you guys remember that? They did like a recreation, like TV series
maybe.
with something Cuban.
Oh.
Yeah, like in it, like it seems like all the shit that he does and says, it sounds like it's more dramatic than it should be.
Yeah.
And
But,
like,
yeah.
Is OJ the one that joined Twitter recently? Is that-
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. bro.
What up to the world?
But
That's
yeah.
fucked, bro. You know he has, I think, over 1 million followers on Twitter.
he'll start getting sponsored on Twitter.
Yeah, bro.
Didn't he kill fucking like
Two
two people or some
yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What do you mean, bro? If the glove fits, you must have been.
Yeah, that's.
Bro, it didn't
you should
fit.
live by that.
Wasn't him.
Oh yeah, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good to bring attention to these topics, but if you're not gonna do it properly, it just makes it look like you're taking advantage of it.
Right.
Yeah, true. But
It's the whole
it's
reason people hate that. Remember Rose from Jedi Knight, the Asian girl?
oh yeah.
They all hate her. Oh, some people actually hate her because she's a girl. But like,
Wait, why?
there's a lot. You know how many YouTube videos there are about that character?
Wait, why?
It's just angry people just like hating on it.
But is it valid or because I don't really remember?
Not really. No, like, but like a lot of them are just like hating her
As a
like,
character.
The person.
and the person.
Oh jeez.
And it's just like relax,
Why?
bro. She's,
Yeah.
she's just acting,
get a
doing her
life.
job.
Sure,
Yeah.
Pill.
Instead of
Was
hating
it-
the character, they hate the person.
Was
That-
there was
that's
there a
a-
reason why? A 14th reason why?
The 14th, who knows, bro? No, but there are people like that just and then like yeah, I'm pretty sure she like disabled her Twitter because she kept getting like
Yeah, that's so bullshit,
bullied
man.
online.
Jesus.
Because like you should be like even if you make something bad, you should have the right to like
Unless
improve
she's a,
with that.
yeah,
Mm.
unless
Like,
she's a shit
with
actor,
Feedback.
then don't yell at her. Yell at the people that wrote the script for her.
Yeah.
And
she-
even still, don't
she
yell
was
at
fine
them.
though. Like
Yeah, she was a fine
wasn't she?
actor.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, some people, bro.
Yeah,
they're
I know.
So dumb. They're real.
You should really care less about other people's lives.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. But yeah, yeah. So season 3 basically is, the rapist was killed. He's been shot in the head,
Oh yeah.
and they're trying to find out who did it.
Mm.
But yeah, the plot points are really weird. So basically, there's this kid that tried to kill himself. He shot himself in the head, but ended up living.
Okay.
But he's like a good guy in the story.
Yeah.
But one of like a major plot points is that he does steroids to get big.
Right. Just
And-
like you, Lakshan. For jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. Yeah. Lakshan uses steroids. But
That's way too expensive.
it's such a weird plot point, and everyone's like, I don't trust this guy anymore. Oh my god, I can't believe I don't trust him.
Oh, is it just because of steroids?
Basically,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's just like
Weird.
everyone's a fucking baby.
Yeah, yeah.
No one cared about steroids back in the day. You just do it.
Yeah. And then yeah, everyone was having steroids left, right, and center, bro.
Yeah.
You couldn't get off the streets without seeing someone taking steroids.
You know that's like Dwayne the Rock clearly does steroids, and people, so many people are in denial,
Bro,
dude.
it's all those pancakes he eats.
Yeah, it's all those pancakes.
He's like, isn't he like 50 years old?
No, what really?
What? No way.
Yeah,
Surely
he's
not.
old as fuck, dude.
Sure. Didn't he just get married? I'm pretty sure he
No, but
just
he's-
got married or something.
I
Still
think
really old,
Max
though.
43.
Yeah, Max.
What's-
like
Max age
40 at
40.
least.
I'll guess 49.
No, you said 50, so it has to be within 50
Alright,
to
Why
60.
would you go one
50
less?
then.
Why would you go one less? Dwayne Rock
There's no
Come
way
on,
he's
Harry.
Jones.
Nah,
50.
trust, dude. He's old as shit.
Surely he's
40, 45
50,
max.
bro.
I changed my answer to 45. You
No,
can't be
I'm-
scared.
not. Dwayne
Fun,
Rock
50.
Johnson, actor.
Is
What the fuck? Why didn't it say
What
his age?
takes you so long to
yeah,
say
what the
it?
It
fuck?
doesn't say his age on there. I gotta actually write age on it.
I just
Have
write
you used a
age.
phone before, Harry?
I have. Dwayne Rock Johnson, age 47.
Hey,
I was close. I changed it to 45.
yeah, but still, fucking, that's still basically 50.
What the fuck? How is he
Oh, is
that
it?
old?
Bro, 50 is the new 40. Have you not heard?
Oh.
50, like, don't worry about turning 50, bro. 50 is the
Have
new
you
40.
ever seen another 47-year-old that looks
Isn't Tom
like
Cruise like
fucking-
50?
Yeah, he's like 60, I think.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
really
James
old as well.
McAvoy is old as well. I think he's
Like,
like
who's that?
43, 45. I love
Oh,
James McAvoy,
fuck,
bro.
yeah.
James McAvoy is so good.
Jammers.
He's such a good actor,
Nah.
man.
Yeah. Has he exploded yet?
What do you mean?
Like, is he really big? Would you call him an A-list actor?
Surely.
I think so.
When you see
Yeah.
like the X-Men trailers and all that, he's always like the front and center. Like he'll be like
Oh, he's 40.
Jean Grey.
Yeah, he looks really young in
Yeah.
it as
It.
well.
Mm.
He's just
But-
a good-looking guy.
Just a
Or it's
good-looking
just like-
British dude. Is
It's
he
my
British?
twin.
Makeup, just to make them look young.
Yeah.
Maybe. But he's not in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I guess
He was
so.
in the X. He was only in a lot because of the X-Men, and he got
Yeah.
contracted to do like 3 movies.
Yeah,
If it was one X-Men movie, would he be in a lot of movies?
I feel like not. Yeah, he still doesn't do like a lot of
whole lot.
movies.
He was in
general.
Split.
Dude, he was
Oh.
crazy in Split.
I haven't seen Split, and even
Really?
Split was 2 movies.
Yeah, because it turns into glass,
Glass.
or whatever.
Yeah. That was
But
crazy.
before X-Men, he was in Wanted.
I don't
Oh, is that the
remember.
bullet?
Yeah, the
Curving
bullet
one?
curving
Yeah.
one.
What's yeah? I don't
I
know.
remember there was a scene in Wanted where James McAvoy he quits or something.
Oh yeah, he quits because the lady's like yelling at him.
And then he's like a guy that's like, I hate this job. Like top button undone,
Yeah.
tie slightly
Askew.
undone.
Yeah.
And then he grabs a keyboard and then smacks a guy that he
It's
finds
Oh.
Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt, yeah?
Yeah, it's Chris Pratt.
He smacks Chris Pratt across the face. And then the letters of the keyboard fly off. And then they arrange.
Oh, it's
to
the
spell-
title name or something.
No.
They spell fuck you.
And it's like some of his teeth would come out as well, so it's
Yeah,
like blood spinning around everywhere.
Wait. How's it spell fuck you? There's 2 U's in that word.
What?
Oh yeah, true.
Wait, but it definitely says
Surely it
fuck you.
was.
Maybe you used 2 keyboards or some shit.
Yeah. it's like a double-sided coin where it's both
Yeah.
ends. It's just a keyboard full of Y's, O's, and U's, and F's, and C's and K's.
No
Or
wonder
or
he
just
hates
got
his
a
job,
U
bro.
from another computer just for that
Just to
gag.
trick Oh no. The effort to fucking do that.
But yeah, he wasn't in a lot.
Mm.
What are we talking about? Why are we talking about James McAvoy?
I don't know.
We were talking about how old he was, and then we were talking
Oh, yeah,
about
we're
how
talking
Dwayne was,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
and then you said he was 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Clearly,
I was
50 is the new
right.
40.
And
And 30 is the new 20.
Yeah,
20 is the new 10.
10's the new 0.
10 is the new fetus.
you want to cover your topic, Harry?
Alright, well,
No, Harry's topic is just fucking hating on Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, good
basically
segue.
introed him.
yeah. Well, pretty much. I'd rather it's kind of related to that more so, but like it's more prevalent in like Dwayne or like Ryan Reynolds, but it's kind of like they're just set into this one role of like they're this like for Dwayne it's like he's a big hulking
No, you know what
gorilla.
it is? I don't think it's Ryan Reynolds, but I definitely think I know what you're saying about The Rock.
The Rock.
If you just have like a generic action movie about whatever you want, just make a template. Like even like so he's in Jumanji, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But like even like Skyscraper, Rampage, all generic. Like just go alright, blank action movie, yeah.
Mm.
Let's go like alright. So let's say there's a private military and they're blowing up buildings,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
there's a family. Dad was an ex-military guy,
An ex
Always
an ex something,
ex-military.
an
Yeah.
ex something.
ex-SAS.
Ex-marine.
Who you hiring for that role?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
The fucking hunk. The hunk of a man.
Hunk of a boy.
The
bro.
Rock.
Yeah. But like
He's
yeah.
so brand friendly though.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
he's
just
I'm
the-
pretty sure he's the most successful man in Hollywood at the moment, like actor wise.
yeah.
He's earned the most amount of
He's the
money.
new
yeah.
it
Even
man.
that is that even through sponsors? Because I feel like that's where he makes the most money.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
in
sponsors.
he was in that San Andreas movie, which was just
There was an
Yeah, what the
earthquake.
fuck?
it was
Wasn't that just
basically
like a
The
flood?
Rock versus the world.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Rock versus natural disasters. Oh my god.
But yeah, like
It's crazy that like people actually watched it because of him and
Yeah,
like
they
no
definitely
other
do.
reason.
yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, like I kind of hate. Like I'm sure that they're nice in real life. Like you see The Rock in like the gym. or
Yeah,
whatever, and
dude.
he's just like,
Seems
"Haha,
so
I'm
nice.
just The Rock in the gym. haha." Like,
I reckon
whatever.
he'd be such a good mate.
Yeah, like he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
But like when you see 6 different movies and they all contain The Rock and
Yeah.
they're all the exact same fucking character. It's just in one movie he's got a prosthetic leg, and everything else is just
Oh yeah, true.
one hulking mountain of a man. Then it gets kind of annoying. Like
There's no way that prosthetic leg supported that much pancakes, bro.
That's how they made him more like
Human.
relatable.
They cut off one of his legs.
Yeah.
He's just too much of a man, so just chop
Oh,
off his
God.
leg.
he's so average that he can use that prosthetic leg to jump across one building and flying to another building.
Dude, all his
Like-
movies are like the antagonist is like not human.
Yeah,
it's always like a building or like fucking a tsunami or
The
some
Rock
shit.
versus
it's always
a
a guy that
building.
wants to take over the world.
Yeah, but
Oh
that,
yeah, that's
I
true.
think
Yeah.
with Rampage, it was a guy that was like, he built mutants to
Yeah,
take over the world.
but like you
San
don't know that
Andreas, it
until
was
like
the world
end, yeah?
getting angry.
the world
So it
wanted to take over the world.
Really? Was that the plot?
No, it was just
It's-
natural design.
I don't
what-
know. Is it?
Hobbs and Shaw was cars wanting to
No,
take
but I
over the
think
world.
San Andreas was
The world getting angry.
No, a guy wanting to basically control the world. It was the guy from the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic. He was he was the bad guy.
No, he was, because so I remember a little bit. The Rock's wife like leaves him, like he's got kids, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Rock's wife leaves him, and
Wasn't Nicole Kidman in San Andreas? Nah. She dies.
sure,
I don't. Dude, I don't remember
You
shit
you
about
searched
that
up.
movie.
But yeah, the Rock's wife in that not dies. Sorry, she just splits up. Like they split up for a while, and then she's with Mr. Fantastic, and then he
Yeah.
just dies from something. I'm pretty sure like he's not even like that bad of a guy. It's just that he kind of seems like a little bit of a dickhead in this, and then he gets like squished by something. But yeah, like it's that sort of. Is she
Kylie
actually?
Minogue, she's in it.
You said Nicole Kidman?
Yeah, bro, that's so
same
off.
thing, bro.
No, they're both
Just
Australian.
Australian.
Sorry. Everyone's the same. But yeah, it's like with Ryan Reynolds, I haven't seen as many of his movies, so I wouldn't know as much because he's been in a couple, yeah. Like he's been in.
He's never usually the lead, besides Deadpool, I think, and like
But it's
Green Lantern.
like who's not like Kevin Hart. I kind of feel like he's kind of like I'm a small guy.
Yeah,
I'm a-
Hey, look at me, I'm Kevin Hart.
yeah.
Hey, look at me, I'm a goblin.
he's the same person as Rock, but like he plays the same role.
Yeah. But like
as
I
well,
feel
but,
like there are one or two movies where he's kind of just like the sensible one, sort of. But even then, he'll be like that.
not really though. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like it's that sort of stuff. Like, who's an actor who's like, they're not the same. Like, kind of like Robert Downey Jr. Sort of, because he's in Sherlock.
no, not
No,
really.
he
He actually
plays-
has
actually,
skill,
even
man.
then, yeah,
he's pretty
He
good,
plays a smartass.
Yeah,
but he's actually like a decent actor though.
He's got pretty good range. Like I think
Yeah.
in Zodiac, he wasn't really playing Robert
Dude,
Downey
he was
Jr.
so good in that one.
in
Yeah.
what Zodiac?
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
No, what is it?
Oh,
it's
you want
about
to do
the
that next
Zodiac
week?
killer.
Oh,
Actually, let's not do that next week. It's a bit like scary.
It's a bit boring.
Really? It's kind of boring.
Yeah,
Who-
it's
yeah.
pretty
I like thrillers like that though.
who's
the
an
mystery
actor
ones.
who's got like a good range?
good range. Everyone says
Ah,
Heath Ledger because he played a gay guy, and in the next movie he was the
yeah.
Joker. Like everyone
That's
was really upset that Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker.
Really?
Yeah,
Like-
because I'm pretty sure he's like the movie before that was Breakback Mountain,
Ah, right.
Yeah.
where he played a homosexual kissing
Mm.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wait, why were people mad at that?
Oh, actually, Jake Gyllenhaal's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Have you seen
Nightcrawler?
Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Pretty good.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's another one. Like I didn't,
Yeah.
I legit didn't know that he was Bane. In
Yeah, I
The
couldn't, recognize
it was
him.
only like I
legit
watched the
couldn't.
whole movie, looked at it and just like straight in the
Yeah.
eyes, was like, that's not Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
That looks nothing like him. And then it's just like Tom Hardy as the Bane. I'm like,
that was weird.
Christian
Like,
Bale's pretty good.
yeah, Christian
Yeah.
Bale's alright. But he goes,
he's actually like insane with it though.
yeah, he
Like,
like
what's that movie where it's like,
He got skinny or something.
yeah, like he became anorexic or something?
Yeah, he like you could see his ribs.
Yeah.
And then like in another movie he got fat,
Yeah.
and he's
Oh,
like the
That
complete
was like a
opposite.
recent movie, the one he got fat.
Really? Jesus, yeah, like I enjoy those movies where like not so much that like someone tries to be anorexic to
yeah.
do his role, but like
But just
That's-
the dedication to like
yeah,
commit to
dedication
the
to
role.
the role, like actually caring
Yeah.
instead of like I kind of it's not so much people who actually I do kind of hate people who don't care, but it's like people who are cast just because it's who they are, like they are who they are.
It's called typecast.
But
Typecast.
yeah,
Oh, is
you
that
kinda
actually-
have to have that though for like some movies.
I guess, but like for example, like the next Jumanji movie,
It used
Yeah.
to
I
be a
think
lot
that
of,
would be okay.
yeah, it used to be a lot of British people where they'd be villains.
Yeah, that's true.
Be like the evil British guy.
Mm. Was Alan Rickman British in Die Hard?
I don't know. I haven't
Probably.
seen Die Hard.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Is he British at all?
it's too old, dude.
I don't know. I haven't seen Die Hard.
No. Like, is he British at all?
I don't know who this guy is.
Alan
It's
Rickman,
Alan
Snape
Rickman, dude.
from
Don't
Harry
you
Potter.
know?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think everyone in Harry Potter is British. I
Yeah,
don't think there
that's
is
true.
a single American in Harry Potter.
It's probably like one, but yeah.
He's probably British if he's in Harry Potter. Everyone in Harry Potter is British.
No. Alan Rickman.
Well, basically everyone.
He died. R.I.P.
Oh, did he actually?
Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
Pretty recently,
Wait,
like
Snape?
2 years ago. Yeah.
That guy,
This guy.
He's not that old, is he?
No, he died.
No, dude,
Oh,
he's old
sorry.
as.
He died 3 years ago.
Yeah.
How old
Oh.
is he? Age. He was 69.
It's pretty young.
Yeah. It kind of sucks to see that in like nowadays where like actors are dying at a younger age.
Wait, is that a trend? What the hell? I
Yeah,
think
'cause,
that's
like,
a trend.
Who's Uncle Phil in Prince of Bel-Air? He died sort of recently.
Oh yeah.
What's
I've
his
never
name?
seen that
James.
show though.
Same.
James.
Dude, everyone loves that show. I want to get into it, but
I'm watching it now. I think actually.
Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
good?
Yeah, it's alright. There are some bits where it's like, it's kind of jokes in that era, so you wouldn't really
Oh,
understand
yeah.
it. Like they'll say an actor's name, like
Yeah.
someone's name, just like the whole crowd laughs. I'm like, yep,
Is it?
that's it. That's the joke.
Could it come out like now though? Like you know how I said nothing's really offensive nowadays.
Yeah, I reckon it could, because it's not like
Okay.
it's more of a family
like-
friendly thing.
What is it? Seinfeld would not come out now.
Really? Why?
It's just like
Oh, is it like more
about,
offensive than
yeah,
it
yeah,
could
it's,
be?
There's a lot, yeah.
pretty offensive.
Oh.
But it's dude, it's so good though.
At the same time.
Yeah, but mine was silent.
Mine was guttural.
Yeah, I can see a blip.
Oof.
I'll get rid of it.
Alright. Nah, leave it in.
That's
That's fine.
disgusting. I'm not leaving that in there.
But yeah, I do enjoy like those movies where everyone's diverse and everyone's got like their own thing.
Yes.
It's not like the character's based on the actor. It's also based on an actual character instead of just
Yeah, true. But I think it's like you're always gonna have to find someone that's played that role before, because
right.
like then it's you just know that they can
They can do it.
perform, you know.
But-
That's just,
Yeah.
Where are we at now?
we're just about to hit an hour.
Okay. You guys wanna cover what we're doing next week?
What are we doing next week?
A Dog's Journey.
Oh god.
We might actually have to watch that.
You have to. It's not going to be insane.
Let's
It's
watch
actually-
Angry Birds. Apparently it's funny.
No.
Yeah, let's go.
Mm.
I was talking shit like last week about it, and then it came out and it got such good reviews.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Well, I think so.
Yeah, so we'll
Do Angry Birds, yeah? Come on,
Yeah.
mate.
kind of see.
I guess I'll go watch A Dog's Journey on my own then.
Alright, so the reviews for Angry Birds is 6.5 out of 10, IMDb, 72% from Rotten Tomatoes, and 60% Metacritic.
It's not that bad. Like, the first one
suppose
was
so.
really bad.
Yeah.
I think that's the best movie in cinemas right now, though.
What, Angry Birds?
Oh, you guys want to watch like a really indie movie that came out?
I want to watch 500 Days of Summer. I've been wanting to watch that for a while.
Is that in theaters or
No.
is it good? Have you like?
What is it, horror?
Yeah,
Thriller?
No, it's an indie movie.
Oh.
It's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, he's
Oh.
good.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a different movie. There's a movie where like, fuck. There's a movie he's in that I've seen, but it's like, I'm gonna find it.
Alright, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Alright,
I
do
feel
you
like
want to?
our energy just died. like halfway through,
Our,
like
our,
energy just died.
our production has slowed significantly. Look at those tiny blimps on the recorder.
I think just the volume of the mics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, anyway.
All right. What's our catchphrase out?
Akachow!
Akachow?
Bye bye.
It's Lightning McQueen.
Isn't that just kachow?
No, but he goes, Akachow!
Oh, okay. Kachiga. Kachiga.
Fuck.
It's from the green car in Cars. I'm not a
Okay,
real
dude.
Cars fan, bro. If you don't know what I'm saying.
You're a nerd, dude.
End it, Harry. Click. the
What?
square.
Why? Oh fuck. Ooh, there we go.
Right, click. the
Still
square.
going.
Oh,
Yeah.
lol. Keep this all in. Where do I click?
The square. The stop button.